2K TV Wow, because we're all do it again next week.
If you're like me, you're making a lot of my player builds, and in NBA 2K25, we can always use some good advice. Joining us today is Spill.
Second position, this is giving someone power to make the decision whether or not to keep me here. She has my back. I have to trust her.
And finding the right methods to the madness. Phil, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Honestly, a pleasure to be on 2K TV. Like, this is a pretty epic experience. Just want to say thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you on the show today. So let's get right into it. Let's talk the My Player Builder. What is your favorite thing about the builder thus far in NBA 2K25?
Honestly, there's so many new features with the builder this year in terms of cap breakers and the max plus ones. Like, I feel like there's so many ways to make super unique builds and different ways to craft it for your play style. I think it's really cool.
Now, we're a couple of weeks into NBA 2K25, so let's start out with advice for new players looking to make a build. What advice would you give new players?
One of my favorite things to do when making any build, when it comes to centers or any build, is to check the attribute weights for each height. So each height has their own specific, unique attribute weighting, so you can get a lot of pass accuracy on taller builds, 6'9" and up, because it's so much cheaper than a lot of the other builds. Also, like 6'8" and 6'9", the driving dunk is a lot cheaper than it is on all the other build heights. So if you want to make a dunking build, a 6'8" or a 6'9", it's a good height to start with. When it comes to guards this year, I think the small guards have so many attributes to work with. So if you're making a guard that's like 6'4" or shorter, 6'3", 6'2", those are all good short guard heights. You know, going 6'5" and up, you have a little less attributes when it comes to making a more well-rounded build. When you're making a guard, I think 6'4" and below is probably a good place to start.
Let's talk about your favorite build that you've made so far. You mentioned that you made a 6'5" sharpshooter. As a fellow 6'5", well, self-proclaimed sharpshooter, I really like shooting the three. So talk about your build.
So never mind. I was seeing if I could hear myself on the
wingspan.
stream.
This is going to get me the 96 point shot. And basically, this is like just a super well-rounded 6'5". I know it's saying for guards, you might want to go shorter to get more attributes, and that's definitely true. But I wanted to go
get everything I need and get an Ethernet and everything.
And the different wing animations that come with it. I like to have the dunk, right? So I went with an 85. This is going to give me elite alley-oops. Standing dunk is always good to have. Generally costs nothing on these shorter builds, so I like to go with 45 to get some basic standing dunk packages. Next, I went with a 93 three-point, right? This is going to get you the full limitless range, which I intend on using.
And now we wait. And Night of the Undead and those ratings were definitely the most terrifying thing so far. But they haven't seen nothing yet, because the circle has another jump scare for them.
My Fortnite
have just a little bit higher, but with the 86 ball handle though, like you're gonna get some great sigs. You're gonna be able to move 75 speed with ball. You get the good dribble styles, like Zach LaVine is the one I'm using.